They laughed when he showed up outside the elementary school wearing his old army jacket. Most thought he was just a lonely veteran, too stuck in the past to move on. John Miller, 58, had served 20 years in the military. Now retired, he lived a quiet life, volunteering at the local school to guide kids safely across the street. Parents smiled politely but whispered he didn't belong. What they didn't know was that John still carried the weight of every mission, every life he couldn't save, and a vow that no innocent would ever be harmed on his watch. His wife had died during his service, and protecting others was all he had left. It was a Thursday afternoon. Kids were spilling out of the building. Laughter, backpacks, the rumble of buses. And then John saw him, a man gripping a little girl's wrist, pulling her toward a black van idling across the street. The girl's eyes were wide with silent terror. John's heart slammed in his chest. His boots pounded the pavement. "Hey, let her go!" He roared, his voice shaking the autumn air. The man cursed, shoving the girl inside. In a blur, John lunged, slamming the van door back open and dragging the kidnapper out into the street. Tires squealed, horns blared. People froze, a quick, brutal struggle. John's fists, his training, years of muscle memory. Sirens wailed in the distance. When the police arrived, the child was safe, crying in his arms, and the man was pinned to the ground. But as the crowd gathered, a sharp voice cut through. "Step away, sir. You're under arrest." It was the prosecutor's office representative. They called him reckless, said he endangered the child by interfering without waiting for law enforcement. His heart broke. He had saved the girl, yet they treated him like a criminal. Reporters twisted the story. Neighbors avoided his gaze. The girl's family cried quietly, too afraid to speak against the system. Weeks later, truth punched through the lies. Surveillance footage surfaced crystal clear, showing the man forcing the child into the van and John stopping him. Public outrage exploded. Charges against John vanished overnight. The prosecutor publicly apologized, and the town finally saw him for what he truly was, a hero who refused to stand by. The little girl's father shook his hand with tears in his eyes. "You didn't just save my daughter. You saved our faith in people." Then share your thoughts in the comments, but no one liked or subscribed The Soldier.